It's been a couple weeks, right?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Was it right after Summit? I think it was. Yes, it was. Right? My brain was a little fried from that. Okay.
Yeah, 24th.
24th. Okay, so it was exactly the week after Summit. Oh, yes, it is. I remember this. Okay. Perfect. So now we're in obviously a brand new month. It's crazy to think that it's August, and it's amazing to think even more that this is our opportunity to build the momentum going into the end of the year, right? Everything that we're taking back from Summit and just building off of the layers, one of our biggest drivers, and we know that definitely pushes us to great leaps and bounds over this time is Team Cup. And so I just want to jump right into it. Having problems with Zoom. Okay, Melissa's going to jump on. But literally what we do right now with Team Cup and the momentum that we can drive from it will create the business for our end of year, right? So I know this is nothing new to any of you ladies. I know Team Cup is just one of those things that it's like, okay, rinse, repeat, let's, and I know it's changed a little bit, but the core principle behind it. And so with that being said, I want to talk about Team Cup, but most importantly, I want to talk about what's really going well for you, obviously, and then what is the vision for afterwards? Because it is great that we're all focused on Team Cup and driving the business and getting our coaches to, overall see the big vision of creating consistency and building upon that. But what we do coming out of Team Cup, and it's kind of weird to talk about because it's the 7th and it's the first Monday of August, but we kind of have to be thinking, heightened awareness of the next 30, 60, 90 days. So if ladies don't mind, will you please share with me what are some great things that are working within your Team Cup, and then we can move into what our thoughts are moving towards the next 90 days, 60 days. Sound good?
So I'll share.
Perfect. Thank you, Breezy.
I'm actually sharing something that someone else is doing because my Team Cup chat is flat and nobody's talking. So I'm working on that. But we have a separate chat that's diamond pushers on my team. And that's actually super active right now. And what my success partner / PS coach / amazing friend did was she took Carl's post from the I'm Here to Help group, like the highlighted ones that really a lot of the action ones and that really stood out that people really loved. And she kind of reformatted them with an image that goes along with it with our team, and then put them into a daily challenge kind of for our Team Cup teams. And she's been posting it in a chat with her Team Cup members and also in this diamond thing. And people are super engaged with it because it's go invite whatever and go, what's your why, or, the sharpen people's pencil one, all those different ones that Carl did. And that's been something that's been adding a lot of value to people and people have been engaged in. And
have you tried it yet?
Yeah. And I've got one girl that's participating, but she's one of my diamond pushers. So my other girls, I'm just working on private messaging and kind of meeting them where there are. It's hard because I'm honestly, Team Cup month, I always get heebie-jeebies because I have yet to have a super successful Team Cup team. And it makes my skin crawl and it makes me sad. And so even if I hit, SC, I think my highest month was 40 something. And even if I do that, then I've got people that fall off. And so I'm really working this month on just meeting people where they are, because obviously my people aren't showing up on the group chat. So, there's a week group chat that's fallen flat. So I'm like, okay, I've got to re-strategize. And so I'm going to just, see if, I can try different things, as far as personal messages. Maybe someone wants to get on the phone. Maybe someone wants to do a Zoom. Maybe someone just doesn't really care and they just want to do their own thing, and that's great. So.
Okay. I love that. And I want to just kind of bridge off of that. What are you doing, ladies, within your message threads that are creating a lot of engagement? Because I love that I'm here to help, taking the best posts, putting those in as a daily challenge. I love that. So what else are you guys doing to really create that engagement and excitement around it? Was it the expectations that you set at the forefront? Hey, if you are on my team, it's a privilege. Is it that? Or, okay, Whitney's nodding her head.
Well, that's what I did this time. I've never done it that way.
Okay.
But this time I put 4 girls and myself, 4 girls that are pushing for diamond and have some really big goals together. And usually I put my newbies or my ones that are just I want to be on your team. And I'm like, okay. But this time I was like, you know what? If we're going to these girls want it, they're going to push. I'm kind of doing a push to diamond in with it and just with them in a message thread. And they're competitive. So I knew I could push them a little harder than I would other girls. Like I had to definitely feel them out. But I asked them their goals. They all had really big goals to the point where I was like, let's scale this back a little bit because they've never hit like anything near what they're, and I'm like, you know, I don't want to crush dreams, but I also would like to be a little bit realistic. And they're responding pretty well to it. They're not, you know, they're not hitting. One of them is where she wanted to be right now. The rest aren't there yet, but they like the competitive nature. So every, I think I'm doing it every 3 days. I'm just listing who's at where. And then we're also putting how many we're inviting, and we're putting the names. So they're inviting, most of them are inviting 20 people a day. And I am too. And so they're keeping me accountable. But, you know, they're showing up. So it's helping to have that competitive. And I'm also offering $100 for the first, for 100 gift card, for the first person to hit their goal and or diamond this month if they do it. So most of them had the 23rd as their goal so they could get the bonus. But only one of them hit successful last month. So but I was like, well, you can still get a bonus for me and you can still hit your goal, which is going to helping people. And that's going to up your income right there. So they're all kind of desperate for income. So we're trying to focus on the people, the helping, doing it together, having fun, prizes, and we're not worrying as much about like, I have to do this and focusing on numbers and all that, because then it gets icky.
Perfect. No, I love that. I love the fact that you scaled them back, because Whitney and I have talked about this before. When somebody gives you that daunting, huge goal, but yet you've never come into specs with it, and all of a sudden it paralyzes you. And so it can actually do the opposite of what you are intending to do. So I love the fact that you're like, okay, love it, but let's do, or even if it's an ABC goal or whatever that may be. But I love the fact that you set it up with expectations first. So maybe for you, Breezy, just a little thing, I would just maybe go back and have an honest conversation. Like, where are you at? Is this what you truly want? Like, this is what I expect. And it is harder when you go back into it, but maybe it'll be an opportunity to kind of be like, okay, did we over push the goal and now it's paralyzing you to even move forward? Because that's what I've found with anybody that does, you know, within this business, is that can be a big thing.
I tend to do that. Like I used to be a teacher. I would do the same thing with my class. I would set expectations too high, and a week into it, I would be like, oh crap, like that was like, and then I'd have to reverse. And you would think I would learn by now, but we do. And I think it's because we set high expectations for ourselves, and like we achieve big goals. We want everybody to achieve big goals. And then it's like, oh, you know, like, okay, we've got to, you know, kind of rework. So yeah, I'm doing that.
And just a book suggestion that was like one of my great ones for the end of the year last year was Expectation Hangover. So just putting it out there. Really, 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 really good. Hey, Brooke, I see that you popped on. Okay. So let's keep on going with this. Hey, girlfriend. So let me ask you this, of you ladies, and pipe on, you know, unmute yourself when you're wanting to share about Team Cup with this, but how many of you have put a calendar together to show your coaches where they need to be within a week period? Like, for example, on the 5th, you need to be at SC5. On the 10th, you need to be at SC10. And I just ask this because if you have these little attainable goals along the way, perfect. Tulin, will you go?
I can't. I just got done with ADD obsession.
I know. I could tell.
Dude, I was like in tears. I was so strong, and I was like, oh, emotion. Anyways,
you're making me nervous. I couldn't get on live today, so I'm like,
it's you know it. It's just different, but you're gonna trust me. You're gonna you are Breezy. You're gonna see the difference from last week to this week. You just are.
So if you can't tell, they're in a test group.
Guys, it's so freaking empowering. Stupid. Am I right, Breezy?
Yeah.
Empowering.
Yeah.
Like I have goosebumps. Anyways, I've never been this on point. Like not a container miss, nothing miss. Like a hiccup here or there, but like a screw up, like on a container, like when it was supposed to go, but nothing miss. Okay. What I did was, there's a longer story to it, but to your specific answer, I had a Zoom last night, and it was 30 people. About 10 more people watched the recording. It was a very specific call about Diamond, and I gave them 2 days. 1 day. You have 24 hours to get your 2 people. And you need to figure out, is that your U+2? Or is that 2 additional people? These are people who are supposedly serious about building diamond. So I didn't set a whole calendar for them because it's the same thing. Like I said, like this year I committed to a total body transformation. Well, I have 5 months left of the year and I've been all over the place. You know what I mean? So I find with them, if I go, this is what I need you to do. I need you to finish this and come back and say, what's next? I don't know if it's working, you guys, but I've got a team that's finally like I had 30 people last night on a call last night who want to hit diamond by the 23rd. I have 10 more that listened to that call. And before that call happened, it was like a come to Jesus moment, like only get on this call because you want, and I also told them last night, I said, listen, I said, you guys have a privilege of having somebody who goes out and helps a lot of people. And I said, if you guys aren't doing what you need to do and coming to me for the little tiny things, I'm not putting 70, 80% to help build this team together. So I help build your dreams. You help me build my dreams. And we lock arms together and we walk over that finish line together. So our goal is 10-star by the 23rd. And I said, so you got to make sure. And I said, so, you know, if I am busy with the little stuff that you just want to show you're busy and not putting needle moving activity forward, it is affecting my family's dreams. It's also affecting me being able to help you build yours. So I said, my SC points are low for me. So I said 70-80% needs to be going into building the business and moving forward activity. And so do you. 24 hours, get 2 people. Come back and tell me what's next and we'll take it from there. So,
Okay.
But
I love it.
like I said, the people on this call, it wasn't like they were hearing this for the first time. They knew this was a serious action phone call.
Absolutely. Okay. So, but I love it. So whatever you can do to inspire your team is, I think that's, I mean, what we're overall saying in all of this is what can you do to inspire them immediately in the moment to progress and move forward and then to get comfortable with this, meaning to show up every single day. We're trying to build consistency, right? Consistency, showing up every day, mastering over overload. Like I'm so onto this mastery over overload. If you have not, and I'm going to plug the book again, 6 months to 6 figures, but he truly teaches you mastery over overload. And that's one thing within this business. If you don't get great at it, it's all overload. Okay, you all write that down. Yeah. Write that thing down and literally listen to it 3 times. Now, obviously working through the book, like it is one of those ones you want to listen to. Blair's shaking her head, right? Yeah, listen to it twice and then you'll start, and it's great because you can start writing in the book. Like there's actual spots to write in it. So if you have coaches that are really wanting to build, like I would give them this book because even in it, he says, if you hate your job, if you hate what you do, write in your calendar right now 6 months of when you're going to quit and let's reverse engineer it. And you start working towards it. Yes, to him.
And just a suggestion, because it's probably not the call for it, but could we have a call maybe the next time, or maybe we can bridge in this conversation or what about some things that I'm doing, and maybe you guys have some input too, on working with the pearls, emeralds in your group. And I think I found a way to do that. Again, I don't have the results on it, but I'm getting action in that.
Yep.
So maybe that's something we can talk about.
I think next call. I think it's an ever-going, everlasting.
By then I'll have some data to go off of too, but...
So personalities / gems.
Specifically working with the pearls, the people, I just want to help people. I'm not about the money. Those, we all are that actually, but,
totally.
But yeah.
Okay. Nope. I love it. Okay. I think we
Sorry,
just want to.
what was the name of the book? That's the 6 months to 6 figures? Or
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's that one.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I would buy it on Audible. He's great to listen to. Okay. So, okay. And if you yeah. Who is this, Melissa? Who is this? 707.
It is. It is.
Hey. Okay, go.
Hey. Sorry, I'm having an issue with my Zoom account. So in my thread, we are doing daily, obviously morning check-ins and evening check-ins. Each morning, I motivation video that has always stuck with me since I started. Because like so many of you guys, the people that I'm working with are to diamond. One of the girls isn't actually in my downline. She is from Diesel Nation, just not on my team. I had someone back out last minute and we scrambled. But we're all sharing our whys and really just, I think, hitting some emotional chords for them. So it's really good. And then something that I wanted to share. So after this morning's National Wake Up Call, I checked in with everyone and had them obviously their list of their interests. And we're starting a Hot Mess Moms Club because so many of us are moms who are getting ready to send our kids back to school. And literally 90% of my news right now is moms asking for advice on where to get cheap school supplies, school clothes, who has coupons, what are people going to do during sports for meals? And so that's what our free group is this month that we're all putting together. So I'm hoping that that's going to build some relationships, whereas once school starts, then we transition them into a challenge group. So that's my 2 cents.
No, I love it. That's perfect. Perfect. And it goes directly with today's call. So if anybody hasn't listened to National Wake Up Call, it's a great one. So definitely listen to it. Have your team listen to it. But I love it, Melissa. Keep working with it. Let us know how it goes. But I think this is the thing, is if you find your passion and what you're truly passionate about, which is obviously your kids and all of those things, it's going to correlate into a great free group. So run with it. Let us know how it goes. Who's 858?
It's me, Andy. Sorry, I'm driving.
Hey, you're good. Is there anything that you want to contribute and talk about as far as Team Cup goes, inspiring your coaches within your message thread and daily accountability?
So I'm actually running 3 message threads because I had some straggler coaches who didn't really want to step up and lead, but they wanted to be on teams, and rather than just let them flounder, I set up the pods for them, and so I'm posting the same thing into their pods as I am into my own, and my own Team Cup team is the quietest, which is kind of driving me nuts because they are the people on my team that sat down on the floor with me at Summit, and were so excited. But anyhow, what I'm really trying to drive home to them is their why, and really digging into the emotional side of why they're doing this, and also showing them what's possible with consistency. So every morning I've been the first to show up, and not only am I sharing with them my tracker, my Teamsy, I do use Teamsy, but I'm adding, kind of what my in by 6:30.
Uh-oh, we're losing you.
Oh shoot. Can
Okay,
you hear me?
keep talking. Yep, go.
Sorry. I'm normally in there by 6:30, checking in with my Team Z, and then also painting the picture of what the rest of my day looks like. That, look, I'm going to now press play on my workout, then I'm going to post about my workout without sounding salesy, without saying, hey, I just did whatever. So I'm trying to give them pointers like that within just my check-in every day, and then letting them know, look, I've got my kids the rest of the day. So aside from any pressing messages that come in and my posts throughout the day, I'm done working. And then tonight, I always reiterate that tonight I'll be checking in back into my challenge group and loving on all of my challengers and doing any follow-ups. And that's my work day. And really trying to show them, because most of my team is moms, how I physically work this business every day and have gotten to the point that I've gotten without sitting down at a computer for 8 hours a day, because that's just not my reality. Because all of them are busy with their kids all day and use that constantly when they come back to me and tell me that they can't be consistent with this. So I'm also trying to bridge the gap with, when you told me you couldn't do the workouts and you found the time, it's the same thing. So far I have some newer coaches that it's really resonating with, and I'm hoping this will get them off to a great start. And I have a couple people who've been coaches from about the beginning of the year and haven't done much, and I feel a little bit momentum coming from them. No points on the board yet for those girls, but I see them checking in more and more consistency in their power hour. So I'm trying to just keep them there and show them that this is possible with a busy schedule, because those tend to be the people I attract, and who doesn't have a busy schedule, but I attract the busy moms who feel like they can't make this happen. So I'm trying to show them that they can. So that's what I've got going on.
Perfect. And this all resonates. Everybody has hit it, that if we are talking about the why, the emotional heart, the emotional strings, like all of that. So thank you so much, Andy, for talking about that. I love the fact, though, that you also took it upon yourself to run other groups. I mean, obviously that's going to inspire your team, and maybe it's a healthy competition, or maybe some insight to bridging the gap between the two of them, like talking about the group that's doing really, really well into your Team Cup group and going back and forth. But I love the fact that you stepped up to the plate and did that. So thank you. Let's move on to Blair. Blair, sweetie. Oh, hold on.
Sorry, I'm unmuting myself.
Okay, you're good.
I totally resonate with the whole Team Cup is not my thing. I feel like every time I do it, I'm just I'm the only one doing anything on my cup, and no matter what I've done in the past, it just doesn't seem to work. So this time I'm trying to just change things up a little bit and setting, like we were saying, setting expectations and meeting them where they're at right now. And I recognize that all the coaches that are on my cup right now are either brand new or they've never really committed to doing anything with the business, but they're wanting to get recommitted now, and they're choosing this month to really dive in. So right now I'm just using more my Team Cup thread as a place where I'm just breaking down everything really simple and just getting them to focus more heavily on being the best challenger that they can be and getting results this month. Because I find that coaches, they'll start diving into all of the business building activities, but they don't have any results to share. And then they wonder why nobody's jumping on board with them, because they're like, they're not even getting results. So I'm trying to get them to see that if they're going to go out and start talking to people this month, that they have to be owning their journey now and be getting results now, because they can't ask somebody else to do something that they're not doing. So I'm just reiterating a lot right now of just making, are you doing your workouts? Are you drinking your Shakeology? And are you doing your personal development? And then are you sharing that and using your wall as like a daily journal and just being really real and authentic to your story, not worrying about how perfect everything is, just getting them in comfortable with just sharing and talking. And then I'm just breaking down little things and showing them how, if you just focus on, starting 3 to 5 new conversations every single day, how that compounds over the course of a month. So I'm showing them how many people that would be. That's like 35 to 70 people in a week. And then at the end of the month, that's like 150 to like 300 people at the end of the month that you've started brand new conversations with. So letting them see like how all those little things compound over time. And that was helping them to see that those little bits of consistency every single day that maybe they're not tallying up as a win because they're looking at, oh, I want to hit Success Club. And I'm like, let's just back up and just like, let's get really good at praising yourself for the little things, because none of them have hit Success Club before. Every single coach on my team has never done it before. So I'm like, let's just praise ourselves for the little wins, that you actually did your power hour today and you messaged 3 to 5 people, you got your workout done, and like, let's count every single day as a win versus like too forward thinking and then them talking themselves out of being able to even reach their goal. And then I'm also doing like a diamond thread too, where we're diving more heavily into how to use our Team Cup to keep us more accountable to hitting diamond this month.
Okay, perfect. So it sounds like also it's like a push to emerald. So I think if you get really, really great at those consistency with it, and then throw, like if they can, if they're doing those things and adding to their team and stuff like that, the emerald will naturally just come, and then, they'll be able to progress and move forward. So yes, Tulin, go.
I'm going to go back, and I wish we had video of it, and we don't, of Milan speaking in Northern California. We were there.
Oh, nobody recorded that?
No video. And I'm trying to, she said she's going to do kind of a workup on it, but when she talked about the emeralds and how she makes sure that she tells everyone that they bring in to get there too, that has been like eating my brain. It actually sounds a lot better when I say it in Turkish, but there's a saying where it's like literally like been eating at my brain. And I actually talked about that last night and the importance of building diamonds with strong emeralds. It was brilliance. Like I was like, duh, and so I really drove that home last night on this call. Really drove home the fact of, hitting diamond's all great, but often people hit diamond and flounder, and how is a diamond for 2 years, 1 month, and 2 weeks? You know what I'm saying? And my reasons for that. So anyways, but really telling everybody who comes in to really encourage them to get those too. And they're going to inspire people. Like my ladies never thought in a million years that they were going to inspire anyone. And they are losing their minds. They're like, oh my God, there's all these people of different sizes inspired by me. And the majority of my team is plus size. And if they're not, it's because they've worked their butt off and they no longer are. You know what I mean? Anyway, strong emeralds. So.
No, I love that. I love that you brought that up. So there was a Northern Cal event that Melissa, that's on the phone, she actually put it together, and it was amazing. Milan Jensen and Katrina put it on, and there was so many other people that did put it on, so I don't want to discredit anybody. But literally Milan Jensen did speak at it, and it was incredible. So thank you so much for bringing that up. If we ever do find a recording, we will share. But clearly, there isn't one. So thank you, Tulin, for bringing that up. I want to switch over to Brooke. Brooke, are you there, hon?
Hi. Yes, I'm here.
Hey.
Hi. So, yeah, are we just kind of talking about what we're currently doing with our team cup, how we're rallying up our team?
Yep. How are you inspiring them to really set the stage for going strong right now?
Yeah. So I'm doing a lot of live videos. Like that is my jam. I love doing live videos basically every single day with my team. Whether that be talking about a personal development concept, I find, it just really builds their energy and they get really pumped up. And really celebrating failures and wins is really big for us. Just, I'm noticing a lot of people not letting that no response freak them out as much because we're celebrating that and going for no. And like I said before, I'm doing the go for 100 no's and then doing a prize based off the first person who gets that 100 no. And then I have a private Facebook group for my Team Cup people. There's a lot of people in that. And we're just keeping things simple, just doing our vital behaviors, posting proof that we did it. So, taking a screenshot of our Team Z, numbers, whatever tracking system they're using, they're taking a picture of it and they're posting it to the group and then posting a personal development quote with that. So proving that they're doing personal development. And then we also have a Dash to Diamond group going as well. And just making sure, like Tulin said, just having the girls focus on getting strong emeralds and helping their people help two people and just keep that ripple effect going. So I would say live videos is probably my biggest thing right now. I love going live and just connecting with people and just raising the energy and rallying around each other.
I love it. Thank you so much, Brooke. Brooke is the one who, and I've said this time and time again, she's the one who literally teaches her team to hit emerald and then to continue to hit emerald over and over and over again. And diamond's a byproduct. Yes, it's exciting, but it's not the end all. And to really continue to become emerald, what is it? When do you tell them to become emerald over and over again? Is it weekly? Is it bi-weekly? Is it monthly?
Yeah, when they first start, I say that, you should be able to hit that in 30 days and then diamond 30 to 60 days. So I try not to make diamond sound so daunting anymore. I don't know. I just feel like diamond should be the very basic start to our business type of thing. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much, dear.
I did the same thing last night, Brooke. That same thing. I took the glitz and the glamour off of diamond and go, that's the problem. We get so hung up on diamond. And I really utilized the NLC event with the 1 star. And then also I said, listen, you don't have to know everything you need to know about diamond, but I need you to get 10 people started on a challenge pack because I want to make sure that we work towards getting your room taken care of at MLC and really pump that up. So I kind of game planned with them, but without a lot of details, kind of my typical chaotic way. But I took the shine off of diamond. I think it's really important that we do that. That, like you said, it's a business starting point. It is not an end all be all,
Right.
I love that.
Yeah, 100%.
Muted. Okay, I'm unmuted. So I just want to, Katrina, I know you're driving now. I'm going to unmute you. I just want to see, is there anything that you want to add?
Well, sure. I just, Blair, that your stuff was amazing. And Tulin, I did the same thing. I had an Emerald in a Day training yesterday, and I feel like Milan, what she said was absolutely phenomenal. And that's what I've been working on, not just with my Team Cup team, but I opened it up to all my coaches and I did a live, like I had them over at my house. And I literally made them get on the phone, which I know we don't do anymore, or a lot of us don't do. And I had 2 emeralds pop yesterday. And even though they're not part of my Team Cup team, it brought them back to their teams and they were able to implement the same thing. So I don't know who said, just hit emerald again and again and again. And that's kind of what I've been trying to implement. And I brought all that back to my Team Cup team and they're on fire. It was a recap of yesterday and, we're grinding. And Team Cup's a hard one for me because working when one person does it all or you feel that way, it's just getting back to the basics. And I loved someone who said that too, is my whole thing has always been be the best challenger you can be. And I think each Team Cup, I go back to those basics of, do your power hour, send out those invites, plant the seeds. It will bloom, it will blossom. Sometimes it's slow starting, but always fast finishing. And, we make it happen. So I was just ecstatic to see that Emerald in a Day is possible when you apply the right principles.
Thank
And
you so
I
much.
turned it around right to my team cup team, and they're doing the same thing. And some of them are diamond, some of them are already emerald. But I'm like, if you apply those same principles that we did in the beginning to get emerald and do that over and over and over daily, I mean, if you can go emerald in one day, think of how that's going to escalate past diamond,
Totally. Thank you so much. I love that. I love the fact that sounds like I'm going to mute you again since you're in. Okay. So it sounds like if you haven't done that Emerald in a Day, or, really talk about the emphasis of being a strong emerald, continue to hit emerald over and over again, please take that to your teams. I absolutely love that. One thing I want to bring up, and then I have literally 2 minutes and then we're going to get off this call, but Blair, I love the fact that you are making them become best challengers, because then they're going to have something to talk about next month. So, that's just creating that consistency. So if you're kind of like, okay, nothing's happening, they're not really dedicating to that, that's a great spot to start, and to really show them what it means to be a challenger first and to put their fitness, nutrition first. So I love that. One thing I want to challenge each of you ladies now, and I know literally we have a full 4 weeks, which I love this. 4 weeks of this month, but I want you to start working on right now your 90-day plan of what you're going to do to take away the momentum, the consistency, the showing up every single day, your emerald groups, whatever it may be. Right now, I want you to take create a marketing plan for the next 90 days. Think of your Melanie Mitchell marketing plan, right? Dang girl, she knows how to get it done. So this is your opportunity to put it into action, because you want a game plan on what they're going to do, where they're going to go going into the end of the year. And so when you're talking to your coaches, same thing as expectations. It's, hey, I know we're doing it this month, but I'm going to have a game plan for the next 90 days. So when we're done with this, we're rolling into this. And we can talk about those, on the next call as well, along with our personality, our pearls. But literally start thinking about it, because it should not be the last thought in your mind. You're like, and I know it's like, okay, we still have a full month, but what you kind of put into play right now, what you start thinking about, is going to happen. So please start creating a marketing plan of where you're going to go, what you're going to do, how you're going to create mad energy, what's working, what isn't working, right? It's like the 12-week year. The best thing about that is that you can stop and celebrate the wins and continue to build upon those wins, or stop and course correct. And that's what you need to realize, what's working right now and what's not. Okay. So can you do that for me? And we'll talk about that obviously in 2 weeks, your action plan for the next 90 days, like hands down, what are you going to do? Where are your goals at? Where's your team going to be? Okay. And where are they going? What programs and everything like that. The next thing is we just need to be consistent on our messaging. So we actually talked about this morning in our meeting with Jeff Hill. So our consistency on our message, diamond pool bonus, right? We're trying to once again create mastery over overload. So diamond pool bonus, what are the simplicities of that? Obviously, we know it was Success Club last month, but even if they didn't, what can they do to now gear up for the next one and then also hit their goals? So diamond pool bonus, and then the 10 for 10, now it is for new leader conference. So that's something new that I was unaware of. So your coaches could do the 10 for 10. So 10 challenge packs in the month of August, meaning, literally help 10 people, and they would get 10 elite points. And those will go in any area that they need to be. Okay. So that is amazing. And I would literally just say, build off of those two things. And then of course, Team Cup, because when you build off of the things that corporate is putting out to you, it's a whole heck of a lot easier, because the messaging on Beach by Chance page, everything is going to be about that. So do me a favor, check out the Beach by Chance page, Coach 401, and utilize those messaging. I love the fact that I'm here to help. Utilize those best posts to inspire your team. Okay? So consistency on your message, mastery over overload, and then of course, what are we going to do coming out of Team Cup to really gear up for the end of the year? I don't want all of you working on December 26th trying to create we all do it every year, and I want to pull out my hair with you. And Katrina's laughing. She's like, yeah, we've all been there, literally. Okay. So for the New Leader Conference, perfect. I'm glad that they were excited. Awesome. Well, ladies, thank you for your time today. I was really trying to keep it around 30, but it was 37 minutes. So I appreciate you jumping on, piping up. Is there anything else anybody wants to add at the last minute? Just know that I appreciate you showing up, and I love all of this. We will talk for sure in 2 weeks. Okay? Thank you. Bye, ladies. You're welcome. You're welcome.